What is up? The Boston Celtics. Are we back? Are we back? I think we might be back. The Boston Celtics win 121-94. Completely smoked the Magic today. Look, yes, the Magic are missing Jalen Suggs. Yes, the Magic are missing Franz Wagner, Mo Wagner. They've been pretty good lately. They've held strong in that 4 or 5 seed all the way through these injuries. Like, tough team. We know they beat us last time, even without Paolo as well. Like, we'll take that every night of the week. And honestly, it doesn't even matter who they were playing. We saw them play against the Toronto Raptors and what it can look like against pretty much anybody unless you respect the game of basketball. This is the NBA. It's fucking hard to win games. And you come out tonight with the necessary focus, effort, intensity, you name it. They kind of did it tonight. Are we back? I think we might be back. Where are we gone? I think now, I know the number has been, we're 7-7 over our last 14, but now I think we're 6-3 over our last 9 games. So let's go out and string a couple of these things together, and we're going to be able to, kind of get away from that December, January stretch and make a little push here towards the All-Star break. But this was a good, methodical win. RJ in the chat. Yeah, man, this was just good basketball, both ends. It wasn't perfect, I didn't think. Like, defensively, I mean, the effort and intensity was there. They're still going to this zone a lot, which I think is something they're just trying to work on. And last year, when they were working on that zone, when Drew Holiday was in the middle, we loved it. We couldn't get enough of it. Experimentation feels a lot more fun when you're still winning all these games. And so the zone feels a lot more fun when you're dominating. I don't think that they're executing the zone especially well still, but I like that they're trying it. And I'll have to go back and watch a little. I will go back and watch a bit more of those possessions to see how it went. But they're slowly figuring out the zone potentially. But the overall defense was a lot better, and that's kind of been the yo-yo with this team lately. It felt like the defense earlier in the slump, and then the defense picked up, and the offense was the thing that was letting the team down. And the Raptors game was everything. And tonight, I thought they played a complete basketball game, like from start to finish. That's been something as well, where it's like, can we just fucking come out against a bad team or a team that we're favored by double digits points and just like lay the smack down, get off to a good start, get the momentum going? And they came out and looked really good to start. Like, you don't go down 15-5 like you did against the Raptors. Don't let this team get confidence. Did the Orlando Magic help you a little bit by not being able to shoot the ball at all tonight? Maybe, but did the Celtics actually play good defense and force them into a ton of bad shots tonight? Sure. 5 for 32, pretty fucking bad, 15% from 3. I think a bunch of those shots came in garbage time, but they were hovering around 20 to 25% all game, and that's obviously going to help. On the other hand, while the Celtics are shooting lights out from 3. But what's interesting, though, the Celtics didn't shoot a lot of threes in this game. They ended up getting to 37 three-point attempts, which is like still not many at all when you're talking about the Celtics and talking about the NBA at the moment. But they were 5 for 5 in the first quarter. So they ended up upping that volume as the game went along, and that looked to really open up in the second half. Celtics won every quarter, and the Magic scored fewer points each quarter. Always a good sign. The Avalanche, you kept applying pressure on both ends, and eventually the Magic just broke. And that's what this game looked like. So the Magic did a bunch of switching, and that's how you limit opposing teams' three-point volume. We've seen Miami do that to us over and over again. And if opposing teams are going to switch everything, are you going to... You have to beat your matchup 1v1. And I thought that Tatum in particular, in that late first, second quarter stretch, he ended up playing 21 minutes in the first half. But that stretch where Tatum was in late first and the second quarter, he was just dominating. And he'd been struggling at the rim. If you listen to the episode last night with Ben and Spoonie, they talked about how Tatum had been struggling from the rim lately, been really good on the season, but last 5 games, I think 60% was the number they threw out last night at the rim, which is very low for Tatum, and he couldn't miss. I don't think he missed a shot in that stretch. And Tatum ends the game. So a quick look. Knicks, it looks like they're going to lose down 13 points to Timberwolves. We like that. Get a game up on the 2 seed. But yeah, Tatum ends the game 30 points on 67.2% true shooting, 4 for 9 from 3, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 1 turnover for the game. And the only blemish really on his box score is the 2 fouls, which were bullshit. The reach around on Paolo. I mean, you should be letting Dookies give each other reach arounds anyway. I'm not sure why you're calling fouls on that. That's something I'm sure that they're all about. And that wasn't a foul. And then also he pulled the chair on Wendell Carter. And apparently that was a foul, which wasn't a foul. So 2 fouls that weren't fouls, and he missed 1 free throw. Other than that, I mean, it was pretty flawless. I thought defensively he was really fucking good. Again, Ben Spooney talked about his help defense. That's like his superpower as a defender. He's so good because he's so long and so big. He can get over and stunt, recover, get steals, deflections, and that guy was back tonight from a help defense perspective, and that just has such a profound impact on your overall defense because you're helping contain the ball and you're forcing passes that are more difficult, and you're forcing passes to guys that they don't want to be handling the ball. And it's just like a compounding effect when you're playing team defense. So when Tatum's playing like that defensively, it just has a really good overall impact on the game. I think that this was just a top 5 MVP caliber game, and you ended up getting him down to 35 minutes, which was nice. And so we saw the rotation change. I'll get into KP playing tomorrow. It will be interesting to see. But yeah, so the rotation, everyone's kind of been talking about the rotation and what are we doing? Why did we change it from last season? So Tatum played 22 minutes in the first half, and I was like, so what, is he going to play 40 tonight? Are they going to not play him tomorrow maybe because they got 5 games in 7 nights? But he played 6 minutes, came out, and then came back with like 2 minutes-ish to go in the first quarter, and then played the entire rest of the first half. And then came out with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, and then came back at the start of the fourth quarter. So he was kind of on track if the game had gotten close to play 38 minutes, which is high. And I was expecting him to come back with like 10 minutes to go. And I don't think the rotation is that big of a deal. Like, none of us were complaining about the rotation in the first 25 games in the season when they were 20-5 and wiping the floor with everybody. The difference in the game today was everybody played well. That's the difference. I like this rotation more. I wanted to see Tatum play more in the fourth quarter, but like, I also was thinking Tatum comes out with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. That's a long stretch of no Tatum. And the non-Tatum minutes have not been good this season. So that could have also gone the other way. You're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, he has to sit at some point. And I like the way that they did it today. But I don't think that the rotation is really, like, the Tatum minute stuff is really the reason they've been struggling. I think it's because they've been playing bad. And to that point, Jaylen Brown, I thought was uneven for the first half and for parts of that third quarter. And then I thought he played some of his best basketball in what feels like forever. Like, he ends the game with 20 points. His field goal percentage isn't awesome. I'm trying to see if they have updated the like individual quarters yet. No, not yet. But 20 points on 12 shots, really good. Got to the line 9 times and made every single one. There was a moment where he was yelling there was a blown defensive assignment in that third quarter where Tatum was on the bench. And Jaylen turned to the bench and started like yelling at them like, what the fuck coverage are we playing? That's not my fault, etc. And that seemed to galvanize him individually. And he went on a 2-way tear. He was a 2-way demon. He was playing the best defense I've seen in a while. And offensively, he was just like, the handle was tight. He was getting downhill. He made a 3. 1 for 2 from 3 today. And obviously, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, 3 turnovers, still more than you want. But look, you kind of live with Jaylen. 3 turnovers. It is what it is at this point. If he's going to give you 6 assists, he continues to pass the ball really well. I like the way that he's progressed as a passer. Like, that's been something that's been happening amidst his other struggles. So just noting that. And yeah, incredible stretch. We actually extended the lead with Tatum on the bench, and I thought off the back of Jaylen Brown, because it was Jaylen, Pritchard, Hauser, Horford. Who else was on the court? Was it Cornette? Was it Cater? Because I know Drew, Derek, and Tatum were all off the court at that point, and I was like, that's kind of scary, but they sustained it, and they actually extended the lead. And you got to give Jaylen Brown his props for bouncing back after a game like in the Toronto game, which was just a complete abomination on both ends, but especially defensively. I still think he was getting lost, or I don't know, off ball. Like, we know he's always struggled off the ball, but I thought effort-wise it was there tonight. And once he finally flipped that switch, I thought that he played really, really well defensively. Shout out to chat. Appreciate you guys seeing there. Walker Phillips, love the show. Love you guys. Like the stream. Like the stream while you're here. Just move your mouse over, hit that button, and help us fight the algorithm overlords. Yeah, look, Boston Radio, man, Felga, Maz, scourge of society. You're not trading Jaylen Brown this year. And who are you trading to Houston? It's just not happening. It's not happening anytime soon. There's maybe a world one day where we have to trade Jaylen Brown, but that's not happening anytime soon. Kristaps Porzingis. Man, he's been fucking cooking lately. Like, I know everyone's been pointing to how the starting lineup hasn't been good. I just don't think it's because of Porzingis. I think it's because Derek White and Jaylen have been playing bad. And he's been playing a lot of his minutes with those guys. And Tatum hasn't been sharing the court with Porzingis. But Porzingis tonight, 23 points in 23 minutes. So a point a minute. 23 points on 10 shots. 7 for 10 from the field. 3 for 5 from 3. 6 for 6 on the line. 0 turnovers. He had the foul trouble. But man, he has been a weapon offensively as of late. Last few games here, I'm pulling up his game log quickly. Like, the 3-point shot has really been dialed in. So you go back to the Kings game, 4 for 7 from 3, 3 for 9 against the Pelicans, 4 for 5 against the Raptors, and then 3 for 5 against the Magic. And then the more shots that he makes, the more that pops up on film for opposing teams. And that's really his superpower for this team, is his ability to stretch the floor. And that's why we call him Latvian Moses, because when he's knocking down those shots, teams get freaked out by that dude knocking down shots from 30 plus feet away. And we get him throwing those handoffs. Teams go with Porzingis, terrified that he's going to get an open look. The court just opens up. The Red Seas part, Latvian Moses, he's definitely looking a lot better. Defensively, he's really, oh my God, though. How terrifying was the fast break? Who lost their mind on the fast break where he went up to dunk it, and Wendell Carter, I thought, knocked his hamstring off of his leg. That was completely terrifying, but he appears to have survived 23 minutes. Al Horford and Porzingis play the front end of a back-to-back, which was really interesting. I think the reason is because they actually have the team healthy right now, and they want to try and build chemistry. So it's like, everyone's healthy. Who cares? We'll figure out the back-to-back tomorrow. The Hospital Celtics, Luke Cornette, Cater, maybe Tillman actually plays some basketball tomorrow. We'll see. But the fact that he only played 23 minutes makes me wonder if he'll actually play tomorrow. I know Horford only played 23 as well. We'll see. Do we get multiple days off after? No, we have 5 and 7 nights. I don't think so. Yeah. We have tomorrow, and then we play, and we have the day off on Sunday, then we play the Warriors. So no days off. I would be surprised if we see Horford and Porzingis, honestly. I think they achieved what they needed to achieve tonight. Get some rhythm, get some chemistry, play the Hawks tomorrow, start Luke Cornette. Cater actually gave you some good minutes tonight. It's never going to be perfect with Cater. It's going to be loud when things are going well. It's going to be loud when things are going bad, but I thought he gave you some solid minutes. Yeah, man, pretty solid game. And Derek White, the confidence is clearly still a problem, in my opinion. But early in this game, I thought he was confident getting downhill. We saw a Derek White floater late in the game. This was definitely, way, 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 way better than the Raptors game for D. White. Defensively, I thought he was a lot better. He had a really nice block at the rim on Banchero, which I thought was really impressive. Drew had 2 really nice pull-up threes that I thought he looked really confident taking. Drew, I thought, was solid both ends tonight. He was getting dusted early off the dribble by Banchero, but I thought everybody kind of stiffened up for the most part later in this game. But yeah, that'll, Celtics are back. I think that'll do it. The Thunder are down 20. Holy shit. This is actually important, right? So they're playing the Mavs right now. That is the team that has their number. So the Thunder, look, let's see them do it in the playoffs. Obviously, they've been like the best team in the regular season so far, but they got to prove it in the playoffs. But that'll do it. That'll do it for me today. We'll be back playback tomorrow for the Hawks game, instant reactions, and then we got Greeny coming on late night tomorrow. Talk about the Celtics, do a bit of an emotional check-in, and then me and Spoonie will do a pod the following day as well. So lots coming. Finally getting back into a rhythm after the holidays. Been away with some family stuff, but we'll be back in a rhythm. All-Star break. Make it to the All-Star break. Find some rhythm. Come out of the All-Star break. Finish the season off strong. SGA out. Okay, that explains it. Still, we'll take it. Anyway, until next time, go Celtics.